So everyone say hello to the courageous champions of Night City. Say hi, courageous champions.
Hi, courageous champions.
Champions.
Yeah, I think let's just jump into it. Welcome to Night City. What does every legend racing toward its inevitable end have in common? They're just like everybody else, waiting for their time to dissolve until they drift along as nothing more than ashes to the wind. The corporation sold everyone on the same new American dream. The difference between us and them, unlike humans, kindred are not easily bought. A frontman revolutionary isn't enough to start a movement anymore. Just look at what happened to Johnny Silverhand. Corporations have proven that if you cut off one head, another grows in its place. Going after Arasaka leadership isn't enough anymore. Still, what's a corporation without anything to regulate? A sinking ship. One we're abandoning, one way or another. Do me a favor, my darlings. Once we raise everything to the ground, make sure nothing gets left behind. We wouldn't want to leave any loose ends this time. We open on an evening in Night City, the year 2134. Eclipse. It's about an hour into your evening shift at Phantasma. Around 9:30 at night. You understand more than most why it's quieter than usual this evening. The rush doesn't happen until around midnight, anyway. There's Todd over there in the corner, the usual barfly, but beyond that, Phantasma seems to be enjoying a rare moment of peace. There's a distinct melancholy when you think of who hasn't put in an appearance this evening, who hasn't been seen or heard from for the past week. Where could she be? It feels like you were just starting to get to know each other. Was it something you said or did? It all happened so fast. You seem to feel the same way about each other. After work one night, she promised to show you a different side of Night City. It's all a bit of a blur from there. In all your unlife, you cannot recall forbidden fruit having tasted so sweet before. Though now, it has been 7 long days. You are on edge, hungry for more than just blood. For her blood, as ruby red as her hair. June. How the mighty have fallen. The sound of police sirens draw your attention. You're crammed into an N-cart train full of people waiting to arrive at your destination. It's standing room only, so you're holding onto the railing. Seems like only yesterday you were driving around in a standard issue squad car. It was certainly more convenient and involved less people. You're scrolling through your phone, reviewing the details of this assignment. You're meeting your contact inside the popular nightclub, Phantasma. From what you know, missing persons cases in Night City have skyrocketed. They've all been human, apart from the case you're investigating tonight. It's unusual. Any kindred that can't handle themselves typically don't last long. Still, you received word from on high promising a hell of a payout for the safe return of this kindred. Given the secrecy involved in this transaction, you can only assume this is the work of Arasaka. You much prefer to be an independent contractor rather than another cog in the machine. As long as you get paid while you aren't chained to a desk, you are ready to begin this investigation. The speaker above your head dings. Now arriving, downtown city center. The walk to Phantasma, if you want to blend in with the human crowd, will take 10 minutes. And our scene shifts again. Teddy. You stare down at an empty blood bag in your hand. You'd been saving this one for a while. There was only half left, but it doesn't feel like it's enough. You don't dream, but you do have recurring visions. Visions of the sterile, empty white room that hasn't existed for over a century. The body and the blood that should have been there, that suddenly wasn't. As you stare into the middle distance, your computer pings with an alert, an email from one of your cohorts. No subject line, nothing in the email except a link to a video file. You click play without a second thought. Your network is secured, sifting through malware before the video plays. The footage depicts an exterior shot from a security camera. The rear loading entrance of the Night City Medical Center. Notably, this is not the emergency entrance. You know this hospital. This is where the deceased are handed off to local coroners. An unmarked van reverses into the loading bay. The driver gets out, but their face is pixelated on the security footage. They move to open the rear entrance. Nothing happens for a few minutes, but soon a gurney is unloaded from the back. It rattles during the descent. Someone is strapped on and partially covered by a blanket. You save the video to your hard drive, opening a program that allows you to crop the footage. Getting a closer look at what you believe you're seeing. Realization dawns. A few taps of your keyboard, and the video pops up on your phone. The display darkens on your computer. You grab your leather jacket and check the clip of your guns. Your phone auto-dials a familiar phone number. Vamp Dad. Antique. It is hard to sit still and have your makeup done when you're this giddy with excitement. Your human makeup artist, Lynn, isn't helping. She's giggling right alongside you. You've just been handed the most salacious gossip of your career. Following the release of her popular clothing line, It Girl Phaedra Aperon has been caught on video in, quote, a compromising position. You haven't seen the video yet, but your producer put her name in the subject line of his email, followed by a ton of exclamation points. Lynn persists, saying, show me, come on, I want to see, I won't tell anybody. You relent, opening the video on your phone. It's of a dark alleyway, but the glint of Phaedra's pink hair in low neon lighting gives her away. She lifts her head toward the camera. You pause. Blood drips down her mouth. Her canine teeth, were they always that long and pointy? The camera tilts, and your eyes widen. There's a familiar neon sign atop the building. You only catch the first letter, but it's enough to jog your memory. You turn to your makeup artist. Lynn's jaw has dropped. You catch her gaze, and the surprise falls away from her expression. You take her chin, saying, you wouldn't tell anyone what you just saw, would you? You'd keep this secret for me. Lynn blushes, stammering over her words before she just nods fervently. You look at your face in the mirror and thank her for a job well done on your makeup. You've got an errand to run before your broadcast. Stepping out of the studio, you whistle sharply and manage to hail a cab. Giving the address for Phantasma, you send an urgent text to the club's proprietor. You have 30 minutes to arrive and warn him of the press about to swoop in and make unlife much more difficult. Lucian, it's been a trying day. This is the first moment of quiet you've had in the back of your town car. Arasaka's board demanded you fire 10% of your staff today. $1 trillion company, and they can still use excuses like budget cuts. Their leadership is abysmal, but the edict is ultimately unsurprising. You close your eyes, pinching the bridge of your nose. Your phone buzzes once, but you distractedly reach for it and flip the device face down. Centuries of living, and you can't recall the last time you enjoyed an uninterrupted moment of peace. As the town car slows to a stop, you turn your head and glance out of the window, watching the denizens of Night City walk by without seeing any of their faces. All apart from one, a woman with long blonde hair wearing a short red dress. You focus more on the colors than the features of this woman. Reaching for your phone at the reminder, you check the text thread between yourself and Amarantha. She'd mentioned wanting some space to figure things out, and you had done your best to respect that. Still, a week has gone by and she hasn't checked in with you. That's not typical. You type out a message asking if she's all right and hit send. The message is returned with delivery failure. Another text comes in. You open it on your phone only for your device to start ringing. It's Teddy calling. As you answer the call, you hear her say, "You headed to the club? We should talk in person." And as you all congregate at Phantasma, a popular franchise location in Night City, some of you would be aware of the history of this place. Many fought to see this expansion never come to fruition. But here it stands, not open to the public for another hour. You are allowed in through the back, given your Champion's Pass, presented to the public as a membership pass, too exclusive to be casually discussed. You all would recognize this card as an emblem of your coterie, issued for your protection. We'll say that Eclipse, already working there. The next few people likely to come in are Teddy, followed by Lucian. And the floor is yours.
Alrighty. So Eclipse sees both Teddy and Lucian come through the back way. Night, guys. How's it going?
Well, it's definitely going. I know that much.
Do you need me to get you guys anything, before the club opens?
I think the only thing we need right now is a bit of one-on-one time. Teddy, would you agree?
Yep. Sorry. You're good.
We'll be in my office.
You got it.
All right. And I'll start making my way to the back room, to Lucian's very minimalistic office. Take a very heavy seat on his chair and await.
that you're not going to want to see this.
Tell me something I don't know.
You're really not going to see this. You haven't heard from her yet, have you?
7 days. 7 fucking days.
Yeah, I think I know why. She is going to ping him the email that has the video.
Brings it up on his phone. And pauses it as soon as he sees. Just...
I'll say the video is saved given Teddy's software that allows you to close crop the video. So, Lucian, you would be able to see a very clear image of Amarantha strapped to a gurney, clearly unconscious, being led into the rear entrance of this hospital.
I don't know anything else. I just know she's safe.
That's not good enough.
She's safe. I don't know what's going on. I'm working on it. She is safe.
How do you know?
Dad. Really? You doubt me?
I don't doubt you, I doubt this fucking city.
True. That's factual. But you know we have inside people in the hospital.
We have inside people everywhere.
I made calls. You know Jules isn't going to fuck it up.
Well, they better not. There's enough bloodshed on the streets of Night City. I don't wish to add to it, but I will, should the need arise.
Understood. But he's not going to. Keeping eyes. There's a security feed that is in her room. Yeah, I'm the only one that has access to it.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to
what
get
she means
like...
to you.
Legacy is a funny thing, you know. She is my legacy. And as are you to some extent.
I know.
It's more than like a familial connection. It's hard to put words to it, but I don't need to tell you. But this will be resolved, and if it isn't, then this city has far more to be wary of than Arasaka or Militech or vigilantes.
Burn it to the ground.
No, burning's too good for this place. I have something a bit more disastrous in mind should the need arise.
You know I'm always down.
On that note, we've seen shifts again. Eclipse, you watch the rear entrance open again. June, please describe your character.
That is a very good question. You see a very... Yeah, what's the best word to describe it? A fairly sizable guy. Someone you wouldn't just mess with in general. Gruff, rough. Clearly has seen some things. Not really enjoying the crowd that much, honestly. Having to take the end card, it's a necessity. and at least we have that. Nope. Not for me.
It is quieter in here. The door is about to shut behind you, but a flustered-looking antique arrives. Please describe your character.
You see a mid-20-ish female, purple hair, a bit longer than I actually have. My wig's not as long. And she actually is wearing her daytime outfit for her job right now, which is a bit more modest than she normally would go out. So less ripped, more like trendy, and she has all kinds of like accessory and knickknacks and stuff like that, and some technical stuff and some retro stuff, which is like it's not working, it's just there. So yeah. Oh, and very important, she has very light eyes. It's like something you can pinpoint when you see her, you know it's her. It's just like standing out.
I'll say you've made it with about 15 minutes to spare.
Okay.
And you arrive behind June Eclipse. You watch these two newcomers. And what do they see as they look around in here? Please describe your character.
They see a 5'6" pale-skinned female wearing her aviator sunglasses inside with an AC/DC muscle t-shirt, long brownish red hair, black lipstick, with some tattoos that are currently hidden on this arm and a tattoo on her back.
June and Antique, you would know that it's about an hour before this place opens, so it's quieter than usual.
Well, at least it's nice and quiet before the regular folk arrive, I guess.
Bit too quiet for my liking, but you know.
Is your boss around?
He went to his office with Teddy.
Kind of urgent, could you get him? I don't just want to bark in.
Yeah, I can go get him. She's
Thanks.
going to walk to his office and knock.
I think probably Teddy will be the one to answer because Lucian's still sat at his desk.
Oh yeah. She pops the door open. What?
We got two guests that need to speak to Lucian. It's very urgent.
She looks at him. What do you want to do? Do you want me to handle it?
Who is it?
Their names are June and Antique.
Does Lucian know these individuals?
Your coterie is recently formed, so you would have heard each other's names, but maybe not gotten a proper introduction just yet.
Teddy would probably know who they are, and she'd be like, I think one's a cop, and the other one, well, she's pretty solid.
All right.
If you want me to handle it, I got it.
No, the distraction would be most welcome right now. Just, Teddy, before we do anything else, keep an eye on me.
Always.
I don't...
Vice versa.
I've not been in this situation before, and I don't know what I may or may not do, so... I can't believe these words are coming out my mouth. I am looking to you for some clearer judgment. I know. It's fucking terrible, isn't it?
This is weird. Okay. I got this. Just remind me to eat. you know?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Eclipse, send them in, darling.
All right, you got it. She's gonna speed right back out to them. Follow me.
Okay.
And she takes them back to Lucian's office.
Good evening.
Hello.
It's good to finally put a face to the name.
Well, should have seen my face already, but nice to see your face. Antique Ruben, hi.
Pleasure.
Jin.
We can introduce later. We have a little situation. I have a video I have to show you real quick. She holds up her phone, shows it to you. Fetra was actually in your club, found someone, and fed outside, so clearly your club. This might be complicated since we have to report on it, so how do you want to handle this?
As if it isn't already difficult enough.
Okay, okay. First of all,
that video.
yes, first of all, please send that to Teddy. This can be dealt with.
We'll transfer the video.
How widespread is this video? Who's seen this?
Well, so far me, and would someone else have seen it, or was it sent directly to me?
It was sent from your producer. He wasn't clear on where he got the video, but it came from him. So chances are, if he intends to air this footage on a major news network, a few people have seen it at least.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, gonna come out soon.
Teddy, can you doctor this? Change the
Right.
sign. And then we can convince your friend he can air this video, but only after it's been corrected. Shall we say?
How do you want to do this? Different club?
I don't know, Teddy. Who's pissed you off lately?
Oh, damn.
So,
Who do you want to take down this week? Is the better question.
Let me think.
I would assume Teddy has a laptop in Lucian's
Always.
office.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she has multiple. So, like, there's the one that she uses for work, and then there's the one that she uses for
Work.
shit.
There's work
For
and
shit.
work.
There's
Yep.
work, and then there's work.
Dad,
yeah.
I need those 5 displays.
Her,
They're for work.
listen, like, her display in her little hovel that is near Phantasme has at least 10 screens. Like, there's an entire wall that is just painted with computer screens and tech shit. And that's normally where she holds up, but she can make do with the laptop. That 5 in technology is pretty dope.
You know what? I actually have an idea how we can remedy this. So, pick anyone that's pissed you off, Teddy. But I also want you to do a second copy. Where with this one we can slip in this producer as well, and we can show him this one just to say you will play the correct one, won't you? Otherwise, we could play this one, just as a way of assuring compliance.
Okay.
And as this takes place, Jen, these are some pretty serious crimes they're talking about openly committing in front of you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How are you responding?
I just... I'd like to think I just take a menacing stance over her shoulder. Just...
Over
Okay.
mine?
Just far enough of a distance. I assume that you're not doing this very, very secretively at the moment.
Absolutely not.
No. Not. She's probably... I'm assuming there's a couch in Lucian's office that she has just like flopped down on and just busted out her laptop. That she's just like, "This is my spot. Don't fuck with me.
Ooh.
Leave me be."
Fair enough.
I have something fun I want to try, actually, Bridget.
Oh.
While this is going on, and while everyone's looking at Teddy, Lucian's going to pull out his phone. What can I learn about June in this brief window that I have? I want to know everything.
Good question.
Yeah. You
Snap.
Here now.
It's been
This very moment.
It's been 111 years. Perhaps Teddy's inspired something in him.
Rubbed off on him.
She's a good
Don't make it weird.
Let's check something real quick.
Bearing in mind, I have 0 points in technology.
Wow, good job.
I have 1, so
I have 5. So
All right.
whatever Dad doesn't find out, Teddy probably will.
yeah.
I have a feeling researching someone's background looks very different when you do it, Teddy, versus how Lucian is going to do this. So for you, I will offer intelligence and investigation.
Ooh, okay. So that's going to be 3.
First roll.
and
First roll.
First
DC is 3.
3 and 1. Okay, so I've got 4. That is... Oh! It's so good to be back. I got a 6, a 9, and 2 10s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Let's
Go,
go!
Bam, Dad, go. Go, Bam,
Total
Dad,
of
go.
6 successes.
Let's fucking do this.
I will add that Lucian's research amounts to knowing what keywords to use in a database search. So essentially fancy Googling.
Yes, of course.
So, June, can you think of some past accomplishments that you may have, perhaps accommodations you may have received during your time on the police force?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Night City's full of gangs. Jun personally is mostly stationed from Japantown. So, around his own people, his own kind, Tiger Claws sometimes pop up here and there. Probably one of his biggest accomplishments was a huge drug bust of this weird synthetic drug that was severely messing with the local population, honestly. And in the grand scheme of things, not that huge of a deal, because where one goes down, 6 others pop up. That's just how it is. But for his community, that's a good thing. And he's proud of that.
Lucian, what you find are a record of different news articles mentioning June by name, including a record of his past accomplishments from his time on the police force.
Okay. So with all that in mind and looking at the way he's looking at Teddy as all this purely legal activity is going on, he'll just like lock his phone, put it back in his pocket. Nasty business that in Japantown with the synthetic drugs and such. I trust we have your full confidence here. It would be a shame for the force to suddenly find evidence of planted evidence in those cases. Would do wonders to tarnish one's reputation, would it not?
Oh, I think you know just as well as I do that the NCPD is as crooked as many of the gangs here.
This is a crooked
Unfortunately.
city. Yes.
I might try to my best abilities, but
I mean, you're here, which says a
worry
lot.
about.
And we protect family.
We do.
I just wanted to say we're on the same side, so I don't think we need to threaten future family members.
No. Apologies, I did not mean to come across that particular manner. It's been a week.
It's had a rough day.
Rough day indeed.
No offense. Yeah.
And with some offense, your reputation is strong enough as it is, Lucian.
Thank you very much.
None taken.
Teddy, I believe you were
Doctoring a video. Yes, I was.
doctoring a video. That's right.
Just in the corner, there's a YouTube video of like how to edit a video.
no. That would have been like, a long time ago.
YouTube and make it dark web.
Hey guys, it's Joran here from Cinecom.net with another brand new Adobe tutorial for you.
You know, it's probably Adobe would be around.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One of those major corpos. Absolutely.
You know what? You're using your specialty, you're editing, so go ahead and add one more die to your total of, I believe it's 8 for intelligence and technology.
Jesus.
For what
Wow.
is it? What in technology? What?
Intelligence and technology.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Plus
8
1 die
and
for
then 9.
special.
So that's
Yeah, so
9.
it's 9. 9 total dice.
God, yeah.
Oh, please.
I could be here a while.
7.
Up on the futuristic Excel sheet to just keep track of all the numbers now.
9. I'm gonna fall. The chair is going to kill me. 5 successes. No, 6 successes. That's a 6. I lied.
All right.
Yeah,
That
6
definitely
successes.
beats EDC, so that is a success. It takes some doing. You have to pull up a few images of. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you would know what Antique's producer would look like. Are you going to ask her for more information?
Hold on. I have a question first for you, Bridget. We all know how Teddy is about digging up information and how she likes to know who is close to her.
Mhm.
Would she have done her background checks beforehand?
Yes.
So would she already know this information?
Hmm.
Depends how fast you are. We don't have that much time.
Before
Okay.
you even got in the coterie, she was doing background checks.
Oh, yeah.
We'll say that Antique is considered a public figure. The network itself has a lot of exposure. Yeah, it stands to reason that the face of Antique's producer would be available on some employee directory somewhere. And that is the face that you find.
She would, just to verify, she would flip the phone that she is double checking and be like, this one?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then goes right back to what she was doing.
All right, Antique, you would, it's an interesting solution that they're proposing, but this doesn't take care of the problem of the press that are going to be swarming this place in just under 10 minutes now, we'll say.
Yeah. Do you want to shut down the club for tonight?
Phantasma has never closed a day in its life.
It's gonna be a
Well,
little
busy.
busy.
Other than that one time we blew it up.
That's technically not
Interesting.
closing, is it? That's
It's opening extra.
yeah.
I mean, we blew it up, so technically.
And also, technically, we didn't. There was a dreadful circumstance that fell us, and anything else around the matter is entirely consequential.
Well, we don't have
I'm
much time
confident.
because the press will be here, like, let's say 10 minutes. So
I hate the press.
I know, I'm part of it.
I know, no
But-
offense, but
Being part of it, no. Someone
well,
has to control
please.
some stuff. I'm just saying.
Clearly, as an expert on things, how would you suggest we handle this as a member of the press?
I don't think we can stop them, so shutting down would be something, so no other
Maybe
family members get in trouble.
Does that not raise suspicion if we don't want to talk to the press all of a sudden? We close our doors.
I mean, you can have another explosion. I don't know.
Absolutely not.
We've just redecorated. I'd rather not.
Exclusive night. Instead of completely closing down, just limit who gets in.
We need a distraction.
What about statement, Dad?
I might have a worse idea, actually.
Oh, God.
Because you know what the press really love? A superstar.
That's what I'm saying. A statement from our resident superstar.
Definitely a very distracting individual from what I recall. I take it you still have his number.
Of course I do. I don't
I have no interest in talking to Mr. LeBomb, so I will let you handle that personally.
Okay.
Eclipse.
I'll just look to the others and say, there is no finer distraction, believe me. The press will eat it up, and they will forget everything about why they were supposed to be coming here in the first place.
And if we can get Joey to make an appearance, call in a favor or two.
Tell him he
I'll
can
say
do a
this-
gig outside. He'll love that.
This definitely catches your attention, Eclipse. You are quite a fan.
Indeed.
Oh, don't tell me you believe his bullshit about that he wrote Taylor Swift's discography, please.
No, I don't believe that part, but he
Okay.
does know one of my favorite artists, so.
Paul Rudd.
No.
I forgot about that.
Avril Lavigne.
Ah, okay. That's valid. That's fair.
Yeah.
What coterie is she from? I'm not familiar with the name.
She's a very well-known singer.
Yeah, I'll send you the links later. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Making a phone call, are we?
Yes.
Okay. The line rings. You think it might go to voicemail, and then click. Oh my God, is that Teddy? It's been so long. How the heck are you?
Joseph. I need a
Oh, come on.
favor.
It's Joe. You know it's Joey. Come on.
I need a favor.
Oh, what's that? You need a favor?
Yeah.
You notice it's loud in the background. Oh yeah. Hang on, guys. I gotta take a call. There's some shuffling footsteps, and he moves to an area that's much quieter. Yeah. What's up?
You wanna do a drive-by at Phantasme for me?
Teddy, you know, guns aren't my thing. Like that, wasn't that always your thing?
Oh my God, not that drive-by. I need you to make an appearance, dingus.
Oh, like a show?
You can play a show. I really don't care. I need your ass in this club now.
Tell him there's a lot of publicity, tons of reporters and stuff.
Joey, how many times have I covered your ass?
You know, I can't say no to you, Teddy. Hang on. Here, I'm gonna text my producer and
Get here. There's enough press. You don't need to let anybody know. Just get your cute little ass down to this club. Right.
Tell him I'm here. Special interview.
let's see. I'm gonna have some quick roll. Full display is not perceptive. That's 0 successes. Cool. Yeah. All right. I'll get the train and I'll be right there. See you soon. It'll be good to catch up. Click.
Suggestion. if you give me the video, we can air that, not the producer one, the other fake one you made.
yeah.
And I'll additionally do an interview with, what was your, June? So like detective here, blah, 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 whatever. And then hopefully your friend shows up in the meantime.
Joey won't be late. Not if he knows what's
Okay.
good for him. He knows I hold a grudge.
Well, if this problem goes away, then yes. Perfect. I do have other things going on at the moment, so feel free to handle it.
Let me know if you need anything.
We accelerate time a bit from here. I'll say with careful coordination, the press are alerted. We'll say that Antique, you would probably have access to a few of these people's phone numbers, so you are able to send out a series of alerts that tells them breaking news, essentially. More breaking than what they were intending to air on this evening's broadcast. They seem much more intrigued by the prospect of a pop-up Joey Labonte concert outside of Phantasma. Well, it's something to behold. Eclipse, you have a few people you could contact to get the word out about this concert in case you need an audience to bolster the appearance of the pop-up show.
Which she'll end up doing.
Inviting a few friends over. This way, everyone is focused on the exterior of the club. As a matter of fact, right in the alleyway where the video was filmed. So we'll say about 30 to 45 minutes later, Teddy returns from a very stilted conversation with Joey Labonte, grumbling under her breath. And everyone else that's inside hears the click, click, click of drumsticks before an acoustic set begins playing one of his signature mashups, Nobody, No Crime, and Are You Ready for It?
Oh my god.
Does it have the rock undertone? Because I feel like there would have been some kind of influence over the years, since she's not a pop girly.
You know what? If you've ever heard a Halocene cover of a Taylor Swift song, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, the boy listens.
The show is underway, and you appear to have successfully diverted the attention of the press. In order to keep up appearances, you will need to stay inside the club until the show is finished.
Something I'm more than happy to do.
At some point, Eclipse, you turn the TV on. And an announcer's voice perks up. Let's take a look at what's going on those scream sheets. Here's the latest in the evening news. Antique, this is a voice you recognize and intensely dislike.
Oh, yeah. You hear her hiss.
Arasaka's latest rebranding of Soul Killer doubles down on the name despite numerous citizen-led protests about the cruel and inhumane results of such technology. Digital imprints are not worth the cost of your soul, cried the religious fanatics storming the streets of outside of Arasaka. Do they live among us? The latest in human conspiracy news are people being abducted from the streets and replaced. Several witnesses corroborate. It cuts to a clip of a man on the street footage. My daughter ran away from home and came back a cold-blooded monster. Why, I believe it was aliens. Be wary of potential masquerade breaches here. As you all listen to this broadcast, you would be aware this is a special Kindred news segment on a secret channel, not available to the public. The cryptic warning about potential masquerade breaches gives that away. Next in fashion and entertainment, successful launch of Toreador It Girl Fedra Aperon's clothing brand Invoke. The newly minted fashion icon could not be reached for comment, but the launch party is sure to be the event of this season's social scene. The guest list is VIP only, but we'll be bringing you live coverage of the red carpet. Don't miss the hottest runway looks of the season.
That's the bitch in the video, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
The latest in tech news. Straight from a special task force within Arasaka announcing the release of synthetically engineered blood. Sure, it's no better than kibble is to humans, but it'll do in a pinch. They're even attempting to make different flavors under the pretense that it'll be sold to Arasaka's board as a special cocktail mixer. Ooh.
It's disgusting.
No.
That's gross. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm.
There are worse options.
I miss the simple times.
They did send us samples. Disgusting.
Oh, God.
Antique, you would recall, it didn't taste like anything. Not blood, not flavor. It tasted like what you imagine paste to taste like.
You know, way back when they started replacing meat and it just didn't taste like anything. More like paint, same thing. Ugh.
Ugh.
You might not rather be hungry. Seriously, it's...
No, I would rather not.
That stuff?
Yeah, well.
Well, some of us don't have a choice.
There's more than enough voices in my head. I don't need that one.
Fair.
True.
Well,
Hey, Dad.
Anyway,
yes.
Want to crash?
Petra owes us, right?
Want to crash a party?
Sounds good.
Do I ever want to crash a party? Really?
I want to crash a party.
Look, you have to stop with those holographic emotes. It's becoming a distraction.
It did the thing.
Yeah.
Talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I honest to God have no idea how I did
Why
that.
do I
It's not-
surround myself with such uncivilized people?
Ooh.
You think after nearly 250 years I'd have learned? All right.
I mean, I'm just, let's crash a party. Plus, I want to put the fear of God into her. And there's guns. Please,
We do have
please.
other things to be doing as well. Very
Yeah, but if
important.
I'm aware, but if we don't take care of a bitch drinking somebody's blood outside of our fucking club now, it's going to be a bigger problem and we're not going to be able to handle the big thing that we have to do. So, do you want to crash a party?
Point understood. But do remember, Teddy, don't raise your voice at me.
Sorry. Sorry, Dad.
Antique
Ah,
sends a
Jesus.
message to her producer that she's investigating some shit since her shift is technically over.
Sure.
Also, she looks over to Eclipse and winks because she knows they're kind of from the same breed. Wanna create some chaos?
Oh, damn straight I do.
All right.
I mean, you don't have to go, Dad. I can do it.
Oh,
I do-
who's taking care of the club if we go? Do you have more people here? Everybody seems to be outside currently, so
Well, perhaps that's a good thing.
yeah. Close?
I do need some distraction. I had some particularly bad news earlier today, so against my better judgment, yes. Let's go crash a party.
Yeah.
And judging on
Let's
how
go.
things have sounded currently, I think you could use a voice of reason as well.
You can certainly
Perhaps.
try.
Who needs reason?
Everyone, Teddy.
Well, a little bit of tact, a little bit of
She
What?
absolutely takes her guns, spins them around her fingers, and puts them in her thigh holsters. Just like, no.
Well, if there's anything, detective, you will find being part of this quite enlightening, I'll say. So, enjoy it.
That is very true.
I'll certainly try. The reason why I actually came over was because I was asked to look for someone, one of ours.
Oh,
People go missing every single day, but this is a weirder one, and I got offered a good chunk of eddies to look into this.
Who?
did someone we know?
That's a good question.
June,
Yeah.
you would have been given a physical description.
Mm-hmm.
A petite woman with very short, bright red hair. Fashion sense was described as executive chic, not unlike the way that Lucian is dressed.
So Corpo.
So we know exactly who that is, right?
Yes.
Thought so. Teddy just looks at Lucian and gives him the side eye, like,
Judging from your reaction, it seems that this is a familiar person to you.
You could say that. Who's offering these eddies? That's going to be very
Good
pertinent
question.
information.
The email you received came from a masked email address.
Mm-hmm.
You would have no way of tracing where that came from.
Yep, I certainly wouldn't.
can I try?
You can certainly try.
You want to send me that email, please?
I'll just literally just hand over my phone to her.
Oh,
There is literally nothing on that thing other than that.
there's gonna be a few things that Teddy's gonna do with that phone.
I,
So that
I
we're
don't.
clear.
With 1 point in technology, I don't think that I have the understanding that that is a thing. As a
Evelyn.
former NCPD, I very much live the old life of paper and physical. Still, it's an old habit.
Ooh. I'd like to add a minor headcanon that the only other thing on June's phone is Minesweeper.
Sure. What's the other one called? Because I do actually have that on my
Pong.
phone when I'm bored. Like Solitaire.
Solitaire, yes.
Yeah, Solitaire.
You
is
sounded
such
to
a
my
good time
dad.
killer.
What the fuck?
Yep. This is such a good time killer.
So this is gonna be twofold of what Teddy wants to do with this phone.
All right.
Teddy is going to a la Evelyn from Bad and the Beautiful. That is happening.
Mhm.
And two, tracing the email.
Yeah. I don't have
Alright.
context for the first thing, so
And
doing good.
I do.
basically She plugged Evelyn's phone and
Mhm.
said, bitch, I know everything about you now, so.
alright.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
fuck it. I'll you do you, boo.
All right.
You're new to her, so she wants to make sure she can keep tabs on you.
And let's be real, if it wasn't physically given to you would find a way to anyway, so
Absolutely, she
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
yeah.
There's no.
I do think that like with that minor bit of intelligence in there, I can understand. I would be able to figure that much out. She seems to be very knowledgeable.
Very crazy.
It's very crazy. It's definitely figured out ways that anybody's whose cell phone like enters this building, she has access to it.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you connect to the Wi-Fi, you are Teddy's. She knows everything.
All right.
Free Wi-Fi.
So-
Don't mind if I do.
Exactly. That's why she does it.
Sign up for a mailing list. Oh, sure.
Free Wi-Fi?
We could say that there's a second email on there, but it's from a Nigerian prince offering 2 million eddies from the recently deceased relative with no.
She immediately deletes that, like,
Which
don't
is funny because the jury doesn't even exist anymore at this point, probably.
Yeah, but the emails are still going round.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Perfect.
do this.
All right, assemble that gloriously big dice pool. I'll
God.
say, looking at the time, we may as well go ahead and take our 5-10 minute bio break, and when we come back, we can discuss the results of this roll.
Yay.
Okay, how many am I doing a hacking on it too, or just the 8?
If you're intending to do more than send an email to yourself, yes, it's hacking.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure it was all 9 dice.
Oh, hi, QJs. Sorry to interrupt your broadcast. It's me. I've been here the whole time. Oh, wait, no, that's Sam Reich, not me. Just a quick little thing just to say, if you haven't done so already, can I do this yet? Just squeeze my finger down here. This little follow and subscribe. Give that a little shot. Because we here at Question Keys need your support. And as a special little extra thing, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get one free Prime subscription every single month that you can give to one of your favorite creators. And we here at Question Keys would be thrilled if you would consider lending us your Prime subscription, or just a normal subscription if you fancy that. You will get access to lots of fancy emotes and things like that, and you will be helping Question Keys with their content creation, supporting us in our future creative endeavors, which basically accounts to bringing you more memes, you know, that kind that you love, in the form of comedic yet sometimes arousing storytelling. Yeah, that sounds about right. So yes, if you haven't done so already, please do consider giving us a follow and a subscribe. And yes, I will stop interrupting your fantastic Quest Junkies content. What's on at the minute? Oh, this is a good one. It's an oldie but a goodie. Yeah, enjoy. Oh, Bad and the Beautiful, even better. Yeah, go check that out. It's really, really cool. So yeah, till next time, friends.
As this roll is happening, Eclipse, you hear the physical description of the person that's missing, and while Teddy and Lucian were immediately aware, how do you respond?
As soon as she hears the description, you can see her digging her nails into her palms. And the first thing that comes to her mind is she wants to go to her room and grab her nailed baseball bat. And she wants to take a couple of swings.
Well, judging from your reactions, this is someone that is close to you instead of just a familiar one. Care to elaborate to me, or to the family, as you guys called it earlier?
The individual in question is of the most paramount importance to this family. She is... I suppose you could say the next in line. My progeny. My legacy. And if she's not returned to us, then... And then there's a very pointed look at Teddy. That's a different conversation.
We already discussed this, Dad.
We might have to discuss it again. I hope not, but...
She pulls up on her phone while she's double-fisted phones here.
Nice.
And flips the screen to her security feed and shows just Lucian.
Okay.
I told you.
Lucian, you would see a darkened room lit by looks like one of those night vision filters. That is technology that is a little familiar to you at this point. You see a mostly empty hospital room, save for the gurney. On it is she appears to be sleeping, but as many of you would know, when a kindred is at rest, they often appear to be dead. But what you can determine from this video feed is that she is intact. Someone appears to have dressed her in a crisp white hospital gown.
If she were conscious, she would fucking hate that.
I'm aware, but to keep up appearances, this is what needed to be done. You know I love you, but you need to trust me.
Since you're not letting us into your private conversation here, are we crashing a party or are we doing whatever you guys are talking about? You already see that she's getting ready for more party vibes. So she's opening the jacket, rearranging shit. So, let us in or let's go? What do you want? And her whole, like the mood appearance, her vibe is changing.
Trust me. Let's handle this, and then we can discuss more. And we can let them know everything, if that's what you want to do.
Sounds like I'm running out of options. Fine. You know I trust you.
Okay. Do I get anything off of my hack?
You received the email. Solitaire high score. Perfect.
He sucks.
All right.
Teddy beating your solitaire score while she's doing it.
Yeah, 2 phones, one hand, beating your solitaire score.
Can you update his phone, please? Oh, and close all tabs. I think he has like 100 open.
Oh, I already did
like
that.
my mom.
Oh, there could have been a few app updates, software updates that were not downloaded.
Yeah, she's already like in the process of going through and like doing everything with this phone. Like as she's just tap tap tap, her thumb has not stopped moving. She's just like
delete the browser
you can definitely
history.
tell this is one of those phones that was given as like a private phone during my time.
The detective issue phone.
Not even that.
Phone.
No, just like the secondary phone you would use, and I have no use for them other than having to use them. It's like that kind of generational gap still. It's a lot. It gets overwhelming quick for someone that is not in that world.
Fair. With 5 successes, you do receive the email. You have access to an inbox full of case requests, inquiries about potential cases to follow up on. And if you haven't thought of a name already for your private investigator business yet, June, you can have some time to do that, but we'll say the name of his private investigating business is visible. Other than that, very nondescript. The cache on his phone, you know the size of the cache on your phone, it's enormous. Barely above like 100, 200 megabits. And that's probably just the software required to operate the phone.
Oh, yeah.
But she doesn't know where the request came from.
The only request that was masked is the email that involves Amarantha. Every other inquiry has a fairly standard email address and probably could be traced if you were to do so. The DC was 1 higher than you rolled.
Damn it!
Shit.
But yeah, so the question becomes, you all have 2 choices before you. The launch party is set to begin promptly at midnight during Phantasma's typical busiest hours of operation. The hospital is in a slightly different direction. It's further south, toward Haywood. The actual event is taking place right here in Corpo Plaza, so that would probably not take very long to get to at all. You all have your own modes of transportation, but you would need to discuss that amongst yourselves.
Party first.
Mhm.
Very well.
I can get
Trust
us
you.
in. Shouldn't be a problem. How urgent is your matter?
Just don't jump the gun. Literally. Like literally.
But it's so much fun.
Mhm.
I mean, I've only ever carried a gun once, and that was enough.
I mean, you did some serious damage with that.
Precisely why it was enough.
I mean, I have the lockpick one. You can carry that one.
I'm good. I don't need to get my hands dirty. I have people that do that for me.
I'm aware.
Yes.
She just like tilts her head like, duh.
Right.
Antique.
Party on.
It stands to reason that your network would be covering the event tonight. It's possible that if you go and you are recognized, you may have to mingle with some of your coworkers and explain your absence from this evening's broadcast.
Oh, I did broadcast from the concert room. I did cover a bit.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. So you were
I did my
reporter in
bit,
the field,
so I'm not just skipping.
live
Yeah,
streamed on your phone, and okay, yeah, perfect.
that was the whole cover story. Maybe did some interviews like, hey,
Joey LeBon.
special appearance. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so
Yeah, also I did send the tape with the doctor tape to the producer. Not the one with him in it, but the other one.
yes, okay.
Basically said, hey, mistake, this is the real one. The other one was fake. But Joey's here.
I'll say you don't receive a response. You may have to wait till the broadcast to find out what's going to be played. So if we're all decided on going to the party, just checking in.
Yep.
It appears so.
I
Are
have
we
a quick
doing 1 car, 2 cars?
I have a quick question first.
Mhm.
Would Lucian be aware of the connection between Amaranth and Eclipse?
I asked the same thing, Dad.
Okay. I'm going to check something before I answer that.
Honestly,
Eclipse, can
I feel like it would be-
you... I'm gonna have you make a roll,
Okay.
because you mentioned clenching your fist hard enough that blood would have dripped from your palms.
Ooh.
So... let's go with... composure and performance. And it's here I'll remind you that if you want to add more dice to your pool, you can roll me a hunger check.
I rolled 1 success.
Okay. All right. What color is the carpet in Lucian's office?
Ooh.
It's minimalist, so white probably.
No.
So here's
Teddy wouldn't have let him put white carpet in.
no, so
That's a good day.
Rich
It
people,
is-
man. You never know.
It's definitely minimalist, but one thing that Lucian is historically is nostalgic. So I think the carpet would be the exact shade of green that the original Phantasme sign was in Las Vegas.
Okay.
That that verdant green color.
Perfect.
All right. We'll say it's a familiar shade of green with a few drops of crimson right around where Eclipse is standing. All of you having some level of awareness, especially when it comes to blood, be aware that Eclipse started bleeding.
Everything all right?
Eventually. I'll get that cleaned up.
That's not ominous at all.
I'm less worried about the carpet, more worried about you.
Once we find her, I'll be fine.
Are you guys sure we should go to the party first? Because y'all seem to be invested.
She's fine.
That doesn't look fine.
If Teddy
her?
says she's... If
I have
Teddy
no
says
idea.
she's fine.
But our missing person is fine. Party can happen first.
Antique is actually texting a couple of people to get access so we can just walk in
Sure.
without having to wait or bounce or whatever.
Eclipse, are you attempting to hide the way that you're reacting at all?
No. She has no reason to.
Then I won't ask for another roll. Clearly, she's just as invested as Teddy and Lucian. So, party time. We'll say that Lucian's town car is big enough to fit everyone. Really more of a stretch limousine than anything, but...
Oh, can I make a... can I share an idea? Lucian seems like the kind of person who would have one of those sky cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you
I
would.
had the same thought. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Boom.
Arriving in style. We'll say that there's about an hour left in the surprise pop-up show of the Labomters. As you're all exiting the building, Teddy, you are stopped with a hand on your shoulder. Greeted by a very sweaty Joey Labont.
Oh, God. Lucian hides.
Hey, it's good to catch up, but we should talk maybe, because he'll lean in conspiratorially. I think people are trying to kill me.
What did you do now?
I didn't do anything. It's the soul killer people. They're trying to copy me. They're trying to make sure I live on forever.
What?
At least I
The one
think
who's
so. I
supposed to
mean,
have
does
the
that even
experience.
work? Because we're vampires. Does that even? I think. You know what I think? I think it's the other guys, the old guys that like have to be copied, or else they're gonna die.
He's
I think
like-
they're jealous.
Mouth, hand over his mouth. Joseph.
He keeps going.
I assume this is loud enough to overhear
There's the-
from like close proximity.
I'll say that there is the thump of the crowd. A few people are turned in Joey's direction. So, if you would like to listen in, though,
I would certainly like to attempt it.
let's see. Okay. Wits and awareness, please.
Okay. Wits is 3 dice. Awareness. Let's see.
I love how they
Three
still
dice.
don't change.
That is 5 dice. That is 3 successes. Yep.
3 successes. All right. You are able to listen in on this conversation.
I think-
And with a hand over his mouth, just.
I think at this point, like, seeing that there's a crowd nearby and stuff, Lucian will go over and just be like, Mr. LeBont, another fantastic performance. Very, very thankful on such short notice. You truly are a credit to the industry which you clearly excel in, and we must dash, but by all means, enjoy the festivities, a night of drinks at Phantasme, within reason. Is yours.
He'll pull Teddy's hand away from his mouth and go, "Hey, Pegasus, how's it hanging?"
Yes, quite.
He just like put his mouth, her hand back on his mouth. I will remove this if you zip it and listen.
He tries
Got
to
it?
lick your hand.
Ew.
Antique was actually filming this because she wanted to send a couple of short clips and deletes it because that's weird.
I was
He
about to
literally
say,
just goes like this down her, like
I was
down her
about to say,
coat.
just like lean over her shoulder from the back, like it would probably be best in your best interest to listen to the lady. She
Joseph?
seems-
Oh yeah, no, I mean, if that's not a good time, like I'll text you.
No, you can go in the club and you can wait where it's safe.
Oh,
Where I can keep an eye
VIP
on you.
pass.
Go wait in Lucian's office and don't touch anything.
Oh, don't put him in my office. No, just look.
Do you want him elsewhere with the...
As long as look, there's no horses in there this time, so we should be fine.
Y'all are weird.
Dad?
Oh, I can handle a crowd. Like, yeah, I'll just go fucking chill in there. Catch you later, Pegasus. He'll head inside.
Lucian will pull out his
Oh.
phone and open up the group chat that he has with his staff and just put codename LeBompt. You know what to do.
They do. They absolutely have this, and Teddy's phone pings with it. Like,
Yep.
really? Was that necessary?
Yes. Now let's go before this
Yes.
night gets any more fucking absurd.
You keep horses here?
No. The first Phantasme in Vegas had a little bit of a kinky side, and our young superstar didn't really know what he was doing,
I don't.
and then ended up with a pencil in his forehead.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He sat on a
Okay.
device that was used
I-
for intimate relationships, thinking it
I guess
was
that's my fault. Yeah.
a hobby horse or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he thought it was, but yeah, I threw a pencil at him.
I forgot about that.
That was a great.
What
that
about
was great.
the horse?
Yeah,
What about the pencil?
the spanking bench.
He's
That's what it
certainly
was. All right, so Joey heads inside. You are all cleared to enter the Sky Car and traveling in style. If there's anything else we wanted to RP out before we proceed to the next location.
I just want to say before things go further, I apologize if I come off as brash and untrusting. As you can no doubt tell, this is a very delicate situation that I now find myself in, and historically I've always kept a very, very close inner circle of trust, and it's more for everyone's protection, not just my own. I'm not thinking solely upon my own interests. This is for the interest of everybody. Until I fully understand a situation, I am hesitant to include all parties. It's not a reflection upon you specifically, I'm a very careful person, and Night City is a very uncareful place, as we all know.
Also, it is very fast, and it seems like you two are a bit slow. So maybe can just speed up a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. We're kind of connected now, so you can trust us. At least Teddy vetted us, I'm pretty sure.
You wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Like I said.
Call it my generation. I come from a simpler time where trust was hard to come by.
Yeah, where horses were in clubs or whatever, I don't know.
No, not a legit horse.
Oh,
The sex
okay.
horse.
Well, whatever.
The sex
Either
horse,
way.
you know.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah, I'm good too. Sorry. No.
Yeah. It smelled like antiseptic. It was weird.
It's my fault.
Antique actually sits next to Eclipse if possible and just basically tries to quietly be like, so if we are going to the other location,
If
the person for you.
if my boss will allow me to go, I will go.
Look, they're slow. If you need, let me know.
I go wherever Teddy and Lucian goes. So as of right now, we're gonna go to this party. We're gonna fuck some shit up.
Does it look
yeah,
like a very dependent relationship? They owe her or something? Own her or something?
If you'd like, you can make me a roll. Let's see what I want this to be. Wits and awareness, which is the vampire equivalent of an insight check.
Okay.
I might be able to throw some flavor on this impending
Nope.
answer as well. Oh, maybe not.
What was that? No, how many successes?
0.
0.
Oh no! Oh
Someone had to at some point.
Okay. Eclipse is being genuine in what she says, but what was your flavoring?
Well, it was more about like, well, I suppose the way I could probably offer it is like looking at how this coterie of sorts forms. Because you say slow, I think the more appropriate term would be old-fashioned, because coteries in these times are vastly different. And like Lucian still operates his as if it was still the very old days, like long before Night City was even a city, before it was even a place. He comes from like he's just shy of 250 years old, so since his embrace, so it's
He's an old man.
Yeah. Feels like.
Yeah.
Granddad.
Mhm.
Now, there is one more thing I'd like to go over, and it is going to be a roll for June, Antique, and Eclipse.
Okay.
I think you all would have your own reasons for doing this, but several times tonight you've heard certain names, events described that you have no context for. So we're going to do this one at a time. You have a few key phrases to search into any search engine of your choice, but first... First, we're gonna go with
indoor
June.
horse.
Sure.
The bobble horse.
Intelligence and investigation, please.
Okay. Investigation. Actually, that's not too bad. That is 5 dice in total. Let's see. That is 8, 8, and 9, and then 2, 3. So 3 successes.
All right.
Not bad.
Now, June, I believe this would be considered important to your investigation. You're well aware of how police work can change in a matter of minutes depending on the company you keep.
Yep.
Given their names and a brief history of what they've been through, some odd experiences that were very out of context.
Yep.
You are also skilled in the fancy Googling, just like Lucian, but
The fancy Google.
you managed to uncover an article that is approximately a century old.
Oh no! Why are you dating me like this? Why? Why are you dating me? Hetty is baby. You don't know shit.
Discovering the collapse of an old casino in Las Vegas, described as one of the most infamous heists in Las Vegas history. Mentioned in the article is a list of attractions the casino used to feature. Its name was the Viridian Dream. One of the more popular attractions featured on the property was a nightclub called Phantasma.
Phantasma 1. I like to think that we're Phantasma 2 now.
2.0. It's
2.0.
2.0.
Yeah, we have to start.
5 maybe.
All right, that's
Well, technically
your...
3.0 because you blew up the last one.
It's
I think
Phantasme
what?
2. Phantasme 2 Electric Vampire.
Okay.
All right. For Antique,
Okay.
you...
Was that one, right?
It was Evelyn's cousins, yes.
Okay.
So Antique, you can sense a story. You have a gift for this. You have a nose for news. So for you, this would be a...
All the time.
You know, your stats are pretty good for this too. Let's make it also intelligence and investigation.
Oh, the dice.
Wow.
1 success. Okay.
I need to play Cthulhu now because normally I roll high.
To be fair, Jen loves his crime stuff. It's not just work, it's a hobby as well.
What if I roll a lot of 1s? Does that affect anything?
Not this time.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can roll me a hunger check to potentially add more dice to your pool.
Let's do
Oh boy.
that. Do I roll? How many do I roll? Do I decide?
You can just roll 1d10 and tell me what the number is.
Okay. 5.
A 5. Okay.
I'm throwing away all my dice.
Oh no! Oh, no!
Your hunger increases to 2.
You need to cleanse your dice.
Yep. Moonlight, baby.
I'm taking the other set now. There.
While attempting to divulge more information about your coterie, you feel it first as a pit in your stomach, almost akin to human nausea, but it changes. It is an ache in your jaw, an ache right where your fangs protrude, and you hear a voice. Oh dear, sounds like someone's gotten themselves into quite the mess.
I love you. I love you so much for that. So much. The both of you.
Wouldn't it feel so much better if you were to just, pick the prettiest one here, sink your fangs into them and drink? How's that sound?
No time.
Don't keep me waiting now.
Is there someone? No, we're in the car. I don't
no one
bite
else can
vampires.
hear the voice. It's all in your head.
A regular Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
You just see her in agony, being like,
She looks tense.
I assure you, this is as fast as the car goes. I can't make it go any faster.
ah.
Stop calling us slow, damn it.
I know that face. Best of luck.
I wish there was a fast drink option for us. We have to go to the party first.
Teddy, pulls very gingerly, pulls a blood bag out of her bag.
Juice boxes.
You just see Jin just glare at, just look, sneaking a peek at it.
She gives her the eyebrow, the yeah, ne.
Maybe later.
Oh,
The way that it's going
She,
currently.
Tucks it back into the. Teddy,
I love that.
think that Teddy's bag is like a bag of holding. She has this cooler side that's on there
Mm.
because she has a laptop in there too. So she has the cooling section. So the blood is
Nice.
in a section that's cool.
Amazing.
Just keep control over yourself. I mean, I don't need a max tech ride along experience for a second time. Once was enough.
I don't think she's there yet.
I don't know. I don't need to find out,
Antique.
honestly.
This feeling develops as a persistent ache in your jaw, but as you make your way to the party, you recall that people from your network are going to be there. Some of your coworkers will be there.
Couple of fans in front of the door.
Indeed.
Talking about juice boxes.
Yep.
All right, and last we have Eclipse. Let's see what I want this to be. We're gonna go with let's make this a wits and awareness roll for you, because Eclipse, for you this is personal. 2. She's told you some stories in confidence. You recall this one crazy night where everything changed at the Viridian Dream. You would have some awareness of this heist, but from one particular person's perspective.
I think Lucian pulls out his phone and opens up the original group chat. So the one that featured Amaranth, Teddy, the twins, and Rogue. And knowing that Rogue is no longer with us by this point, knowing that the twins are elsewhere, and on the faintest of hopes that this is all just a terrible nightmare and Amara will answer, he just sends out a text which Teddy will receive, just saying, Just checking in. And he'll put his phone away. And he'll probably just sit quietly for the rest of the ride, which will not take long.
To John and Eclipse and Antique, how are you finding these people that are now a part of your coterie? Now, knowing what you know now.
I mean, for Eclipse, like, she's been working alongside Lucian and Teddy and Amaranth at one point, but not currently any longer. She kind of, in a sense, feels them as family, even though they like to keep their distance. And then with the two new people, she's still trying to get a vibe of them.
Given you found out the most information, Jen, what are your surface thoughts?
Yeah, as for Jen, it's nothing new to have to deal with things that are outside of what you're allowed to know. I mean, as a NCPD officer, detective, there's always levels of secrecy above you. As frustrating as it is, and having heard what these types definitely are up to, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever that they are, well, both concerned for this individual that I happen to suddenly be asked to look for. As much as that is something that seems that I probably should figure out a little bit more information about myself, we'll play it cautious for now. Calculated. Slow, as you will say. I mean, I might not have been around for 200-300 years, as some of us have, but... or 1,000, I don't know. Some of them are just ancient dust. I mean, you definitely get taught skills, and most of those are learned in blood, literally. Mistakes are made, partners are lost, victims are made, and I don't know if I can trust them yet, but I can certainly give it a good old college try. But I will be cautious for the time being.
Fair enough. Antique. Beyond slowness, what is your first impression of this group?
Awful.
Just
Since Antique works in a very fast-paced environment where information just go in and out. I mean, she doesn't store a lot, plus she has other means. She has a lot of information, so she knows a bit about the club and Lucian. And obviously, no hacker. Like, there is some level of information she knows, which you probably wouldn't think she knows. She has her means to get those informations, but she wouldn't sit there like you and just hack into to get it, because you're not her main focus. It's just like
literally just you know.
Yeah.
You know,
anything I can get my hands on.
Yeah. So for her, it's just like Lucian represents something. It's a bit, like you said, too slow. Then she can work with, because obviously you're faster, you get information in and out, so you're more on my speed. Eclipse, instant connection, because we're from the same. we smell, we know each other, the vibes there, so I know this is my level. And with June, she knows that type, because investigators and stuff, corrupt or not, whatever, they come along. It's just part of the business, so there's not much. But what she doesn't like is that they keep so quiet. Either we hang in there tell me stuff or do your own shit, because, dude, I have other stuff to do.
Yeah, and of course, as far as the things go with Lucian and so on, and the club, I've most likely definitely dealt with the aftermath of the escapades that take place in, around, nearby, knowingly or unknowingly. That is something to to explore later, probably. But
All right.
Night City is big, but not that big.
I'll say that we can pick up next time at the party.
Mhm.
But because I'm me,
Post-credit scene! Post-credit scene! Post-credit scene!
Taste of my own medicine.
yes.
No! Don't
Not
mind me
worried
just
at all.
slowly dying in this chair.
Where do I want to take you guys first? That's the question. We cut away from the flying car, returning to the heart of Corpo Plaza, descending 10 feet, 50 feet, until we're below ground. An elevator, slowly sinking lower, reaching sub-basement levels. The door opens and heavy footsteps echo as this figure passes by one hallway, two. Reaching the end of this hallway, it's not a vault, not exactly, but it requires a passcode. Which you don't get to see, little Miss Techie Pants. The door opens. This appears to be another wing of the building, cordoned off, structured similarly to an infirmary. The keypad was the most technologically advanced thing about the place. Everything else is decidedly analog. There are empty beds, several rows of them, it looks like. Your figure continues. At the end of this room is a large picture window. An entire area of the wall sectioned off with a fake landscape. The old-fashioned kind that you might see covering fluorescent lighting at a dentist's office. Another figure, clad in sweatpants, turns toward the approaching person. They say nothing for a moment, but the figure wearing sweats pulls their hoodie down. Their forehead is bandaged. Their hair a familiar pastel blue.
This is exactly who you think it is. Uh-huh.
The figure clears their throat. Why do you hide such a precious part of your anatomy, darling? They unwrap the bandage slowly. Several winds of gauze tossed aside. Blinking up at this unseen figure is a third eye in the center of their forehead. No reason to hide here. You're right. I didn't think I would see you again. How have you been? Their smile is somewhat hopeful. And that's where we'll end things for tonight.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, it's exactly who you think it is. Do you think Joey might have been right? That somebody was trying to kill him?
Well, that would make 3 of us out of the old group. I don't think they're trying to ruin my life. I think they're trying to end it.
Yeah. And I kind of want to keep you alive. That's kind of my thing.
Just work your magic until they notice you, and we'll play it cool for now.
Do you have any idea who might be after you?
Over my years, there's probably a large list of names.
You weren't supposed to interfere. We're supposed to let the video play. She wrenches this woman's hair back and sinks her fangs into her neck. This is not a dream.
Whoa! That's not good.
Better luck next time, Liebchen.
Folks, this is an NCPD problem now. Please clear the room, make a space.
Nope. Now. Out. Out the fucking door. Right now. Right the fuck now. Leave her here. Get out. Now.
At this point, I don't care. I point blank, almost execution style against her, and I pull the trigger. I don't care.
Okay.